Good evening. It is with great joy that I welcome this opportunity of framing the life and work of Baruj Salinas on this well-deserved occasion in which the Cuban Cultural Center of New York is honoring him with its highest recognition for lifetime achievement in the arts, the 2021 Amelia Peláez Award. I would like to also thank Iraida Iturralde for giving her heart and soul to the existence of this important prize. Of Cuban Jewish descent, Baruj Salinas was born in 1935 in Havana. He manifested a love for painting and drawing since childhood, and his artistic bent was reinforced at home by his father, who was an architect. Captivated by his father's drawings, he decided to follow in his steps. In 1954, he won a scholarship to Kent State University, earning his degree in 1958. This training proved to be essential for his understanding and perception of space. However, driven by an inner need and a poetic impulse, much like his early incursions in art, he returned to painting. His early work harkened back to the representation of the geography and architecture of the island where he was born. But soon after, he felt that evoking the landscapes and cityscapes of his youth no longer satisfied his artistic drive. In 1974, he changed the intense light of Havana for the misty skies of Barcelona, where he was influenced by the informalists. Predisposed too by literature and other poetic modes, music, philosophy, and an interest in astronomy, he left behind the figurative representation of the world. Since then, Baruj Salinas has worked from a multidisciplinary approach, constructing a powerful abstract body of work. His early representation of nervy landscapes gave way to more distant clouds and stars, which he rendered abstractly, seeking to draw out the ontological experience of being in the universe. In 1975, he had his first solo exhibition at Edit Art Gallery in Geneva, Switzerland. During its opening, he met philosopher Maria Zambrano, and their encounter was the beginning of a friendship that marked a turning point in his career. With her encouragement, he created white paintings, which enormously enriched his series, The Language of Clouds. This series, which he worked on without interruption from 1979 to 1992, aimed to give form to what Pythagoras called the music of the spheres, the animating principle of the universe. Instead of representing verbal signs and spaces of our nature or the cosmos in a mimetic way, Salinas explores in his work the mystery of matter and the relationship between chaos and creation, sometimes conjugating color and forms with traces of the Greek and Hebrew alphabets. Without any doubt, Salinas explores his experience of the spiritual in art, very likely informed by his ancestral Jewish cosmovision. While living in Barcelona, Baruch received what he calls a second calling and began to produce etchings and lithographs, creating artistic books inspired by the verbal language. He illustrated his friend José Valente's book, Tres Lecciones de Tinieblas, based on the Kabbalistic symbolism of the 14 letters of the Hebrew alphabet. He also painted the series Claros del Bosque for the eponymous book by Maria Zambrano. Indeed, he has collaborated with many outstanding writers and poets, including Michael Budor, Peregrine Ferrer, and Baje Hodel in Europe, and in Miami, where he has lived since 1994. He also produced a series of works inspired by the poetry of José Coser and the literary work of Carlos M. Luis and Lorenzo García Vega. During decades, he has maintained a long friendship with the master printer Masafumi Yamamoto, with whom he has done most of his etchings and intaglios. In 2017, Salinas worked for the project The Torah Book with texts by Adolfo Reutemann, creator of the DC Scrolls, Israel Museum, and a written and signed note by Pope Francis, among other writings. Salinas has returned periodically to the clouds, a paradigm of the remote in space and time. His abstract paintings render the mystery of the cosmos with images of a genesis in which matter thrived in the process of taking shape before the human gaze exists. Like the pre-Socratics, who searched for the beginnings of the universe in the elements and their properties, Baruj Salinas has endeavored to rediscover the origin of creative matter through painting. More than a means to represent the world, he conceives painting as an inquiry into what lies beyond the visible. Throughout his life, Baruj Salinas has worked and lived, moved by his desire for the mystery of the universe and the incessant search for beauty. Let us then enjoy the sheer visual beauty of his paintings as we listen to our critic, Janet Batet, probe into the philosophical and spiritual search of these great artists.
En la obra de Baruj Salinas, lo visual deviene clave cifrada de acceso para entender un mundo espiritual vastísimo donde la abstracción funciona como una brújula reveladora del yo. Este sino autobiográfico, donde lo migratorio actúa como condición sine qua non del individuo contemporáneo, debe ser entendido en la obra de Baruj no como un desgarramiento, sino como una experiencia enriquecedora de esa búsqueda filosófica a través del arte. Si en un principio la pintura de Baruj estaba apegada a lo figurativo, el alunizaje de 1969 cambió definitivamente el rumbo de su pintura. El histórico suceso expande los horizontes del artista y, fascinado por el cosmos, sus pinturas devienen exploración del espacio, ya sea sideral o microscópico, externo o interno. Nubes, mareas, halos de luz que, hilados en series, corresponden a estados anímicos y exploraciones formales. La creación deviene entonces un acto de meditación y de alquimia. También es un acto de entrega. De ahí la importancia de la colaboración con otros intelectuales, entre los que, por ejemplo, destacan artistas de la talla de Joan Miró y Antoni Tapies, o poetas como María Zambrano, José Ángel Valente y Michel Butor, o también la participación del artista en el grupo Gala junto a Enrique Riverón, José Mijares, Osvaldo Gutiérrez, Rafael Soriano y Rosana McLister. En la cultura judía, de la que forma parte activa el artista, el concepto de el gran vacío se corresponde con el momento de máxima fe y espiritualidad. De ahí que en la obra de Salinas la espiritualidad esté profundamente ligada a la nada. Una nada que va a estar altamente cargada de sentido, puesto que es un vacío esencial que, resistido a lo representacional, irradia y se expande. Y es este, a mi juicio, el centro de la obra de Baruj Salinas. La luz, que también es fundamental en su obra, ha sido muchas veces reducida a la influencia del trópico. Sin embargo, el alcance de la luz en la obra de Baruj Salinas está también estrechamente relacionada a la cultura judía y en específico al concepto hebreo del Tzimtzum, principio de contracción de la luz infinita que genera un espacio vacío gracias al cual el mundo tangible es posible. La caligrafía es otro de los motivos de exploración de la obra de Baruj. En hebreo, cada letra del alfabeto tiene una gematría, un valor numérico. Si dos palabras comparten la misma cifra, es porque existe una relación inminente e inmanente entre ellas. No es casual que Sha'al, el término judío que define el vacío, se corresponda con Sha'im, que significa la vida. La sólida trayectoria de Baruj Salinas entronca directamente con esa vasta tradición de la abstracción lírica inaugurada por Kandinsky y marcada por la búsqueda de lo espiritual, un universo fluido donde todo se concatena en cadencia reveladora. Con un exquisito dominio del color y la luz, la obra de Baruj Salinas se inscribe dentro de ese cauce que es la tradición abstracta del arte contemporáneo y en específico del arte cubano.
And now, on behalf of the Cuban Cultural Center of New York, it is indeed an honor to grant a 2021 Amelia Peláez Award to Baruj Salinas in recognition of his lifetime achievement in the arts. Baruj Salinas, en nombre del Centro Cultural Cubano de Nueva York, me da muchísimo orgullo otorgarte el premio Amelia Peláez, en honor a tu prodigioso talento, tu larga y admirable carrera y tu excepcional aporte a la cultura cubana. Para constancia de este reconocimiento, te entregamos también esta placa, acompañada de una escultura inscrita con el nombre de Amelia Peláez. ¡Felicidades!
Good evening. I feel very honored that the Cuban Cultural Center of New York has granted me the prestigious Amelia Peláez Award. I would like to thank the board of directors of the center for distinguishing my career this way. On a personal note, I feel really moved that this award bears the name of Amelia Peláez, an artist that I greatly admire. Finally, I would like to thank everyone in the audience who is celebrating with me in this joyful occasion. Thank you.
And thank you, Baruch, for the beauty of your art. Thank you also to Adriana and Janet for your invaluable contribution to this ceremony. And now I invite all of you to join Baruch, Adriana, as well as other dear friends of the artist, to celebrate this momentous occasion. Just click on the Zoom link to the right of the screen. We look forward to having you.